We are live. It is Wednesday, February 18th, 2026. And a little bit less than 2 days ago, Apple released Xcode 26.4 beta version. So we're here to talk about what we observed in the release notes and what might be relevant to iOS developers, developers for all Apple platforms, and Bitrise customers. My name is Ben Boral. I'm a software engineer at Bitrise, and I'm here with Balazs and another software engineer here at Bitrise. And so we're just going to share the release notes and just tell you our first impressions. Okay, so Xcode 26.3, that was a really interesting one because there were tons of coding intelligence features, and that's still in a release candidate, will be available soon. But
Yeah.
I think that'll all be available. That's all in 26.4 plus whatever we see here.
Hopefully.
So, what's that, Balazs?
Hopefully.
Hopefully, yeah.
You never knew. I was looking at this skip mergeable bundle stuff, just a bit above that. And it's not relevant for us, but it's nice to see because it would be nice to skip those things when you don't need it. I'm coming from an iOS background, so I was always looking to see things like this.
So for those who are unfamiliar, can you provide like a 10-second or 30-second background on this?
Yeah, so if I'm right, I'm just reading it now. Sorry, unbridled first impressions, right? So mergeable libraries, we are seeing that for when we were doing this cache thing, we've seen that libraries needs to be merged to get a faster compilation and stuff. But there are some instances where you don't want that, like these access resources via standard bundle APIs. If you don't really need that, skipping that part might speed up your build. It's just a minor, fine tuning of how your library is built. So
cool.
That's fine.
So it looks like tons of new features within instruments. The ability to compare different builds, which seems nice to know if you're making
super
changes
helpful.
That they actually matter.
I don't know how many times you used instruments. I had to use it even in my first job. It was our main tool to see how much we did reduce the memory footprint, and during certain points of our application we need to see that. And comparing wasn't really in there back then. If you can compare that, that's super helpful. I'm amazed if that works properly. I will check it out most probably.
And some stuff in localization, quite a bit there.
There was the deprecation above, just above the localization stuff, where they say that compress run data setting has been removed because trace files now always compress their data to reduce disk usage. That is something, it's minor, but yeah, it should be. We are in 2026. It shouldn't be anything like compressing the data. But yeah. New build setting, build only known localizations. I haven't worked on projects where you had to use a lot of localizations, but I do believe that this is something really cool. Why I don't see how you would be building something that you don't have the localization for, but but if you don't have that,
maybe it just like defaults to whatever your main.
I think so. So most of the time you get the English, right? And I can imagine that you are working from the Far East and you don't need that, right? So
yeah.
Everybody's favorite topic, signing and capabilities.
Wait. I've seen something interesting in the localization part. The last one.
When
Bit
removing
further up.
a
No,
language from a string catalog in this web package, it could reappear.
string catalog refactor. No, it was localization new features. Strings will no longer be extracted from code comments by default. If your project relies on this, you can re-enable it by setting localized string code comments to yes. I've seen so many code bases where the code comments weren't in English, and that's awful if if it gets out like something is generated from them. So it's weird to see something like this that you can re-enable getting those. It's I mean, most projects that go live, like big commercial projects, have their own localization files. If you want to translate them, you need to pass to the translators and stuff, right? So I don't see, it's probably something that one person applications would do, but even then I don't see this coming. Probably that's why they removed it, but it's interesting. No longer crash on OS versions.
Okay, that's nice.
Nice to hear.
Yeah. So let's move on to what I think is like definitely the main star of the show, which is, well, in addition to the work on localizations where we saw a lot, I think there's a bunch in testing as well. So the first one, which is like, I guess really just matching features with Xcode, is the ability to attach these images directly to tests. Now in Xcode, you can also attach videos. So I guess right now it's just image. What else? Support for severity.
I mean, these seems like quality of life improvements.
All right, what else do we have? We have a bunch of known issues that you can look at. And I guess that's everything. So let me just look here. I prepared a little list to see if we got, oh yeah, another note, right, for everybody is that unlike 26.3, Xcode 26.4 requires running on Tahoe. So if you haven't updated, then you need to in order to use this. Yeah, I think that's everything. So thanks everybody for watching. Hope it was useful. We'll share a link to those release notes if you want to look at them on your own time. We'll share a link in the comments, and the new Xcode 26.4 stack is already available in Bitrise. We get those out in under 24 hours. So feel free to start running some builds and experimenting with it now.